Hey, Ted Morrissey here, and I want to do a little video based on the recent topic of entering contests and whether or not that's a valuable thing for writers to do and so on. And I certainly think that it is. For one thing, it can give you some validation, particularly if you do well in the contest. Winning it obviously, or getting an honorable mention, or being shortlisted or longlisted, or anything like that. Honorable mention, like I said, is even something to be proud of. So that can definitely put some life in your sails and feel good as you're working on a project. Not to mention, it might give one a goal to get some work completed. You've got a deadline you've got to meet to get something turned in, etc. So I definitely advocate looking for contests and that kind of thing. I do caution a couple of things though. One is, just like anything else in the writing world, it can be and probably will be highly competitive. And of course, the bigger the prize, the more competitive it's going to be. So you don't want to take too much to heart if you don't win or even don't receive an honorable mention or get long listed, shortlisted, whatever. So again, don't be deflated if your work doesn't get recognized in some way, because just like publication in a journal or what have you, it's highly idiosyncratic, and the judge didn't pick your work that particular day for whatever reason. Another judge another day very well may do so. So don't interpret a being passed over as, well, you wrote poorly, your work isn't good, you need to completely revise it, that kind of thing. Again, it's just as capricious as any other approach to having someone take a look at your writing and so forth. It can get expensive, so you got to have a little bit of cash, or at least ability to spend some money for various contests. It can be $25 to a few $100. The really big prizes, the national, international kind of prizes, those are very expensive to get into, and oftentimes it has to be a publisher who's entering your work, not the author themselves. But again, it could be thousands of dollars for an entry, or they put other strings on it. Your book has to be available in a press run of tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of copies. So obviously you have to be published by a major publisher to even enter the contest. In some cases, you have to commit to attending the award ceremony, or your publisher has to commit to paying for you to attend the award ceremony, which again could be several $1,000s in terms of airfare, hotel fees, those kinds of things. So some of the larger prizes might be off limits. Now, the one kind of well-known prize that isn't financially off limits and in other kinds of ways is the Pulitzer Prize, and so authors can enter that themselves, and it's very reasonably priced. Now, the downside to all that is I'm sure they get thousands and thousands of entries, so it is highly competitive. But it may be worth an effort. I've entered several times to no avail. But anyway, that is one nationally known, nationally recognized prize that is in fact economical and can be entered by authors themselves or small presses or whatever. All right, so definitely yay on the contests, but don't take the results too much to heart. Nevertheless, if you do get a little bit of recognition, it's a great payoff. It's something you can put in your bio and on your CV and on your website if you have one. So there's that. Now, doing well in a contest, even winning a contest, and having that really translate to a bunch of people being interested in your book, that's not necessarily true either. But again, it helps. It feels good. It can keep you writing when maybe the dark days come and so on. So definitely look into it, and I would definitely encourage it.